When I first heard about tithing, it just felt like a bill. It didn't make me feel like I was really doing anything other than just giving some money to an organization. I would say the thing that shifted my perspective on tithing was definitely getting myself into a financial mess. I was in a long-term relationship with somebody that I depended on him. He was my provider. He was the one I would go to. He was the one I would depend on, and he was the one I would ask. And when he was gone, I was all by myself, and I had to do everything by myself. I was trying to hold on to my house. I was grasping at straws financially. I saw no way out, and I filed a bankruptcy. I had been coming to Grace City. I had gone through Freedom. And then I heard Josh talking about the 90-day tithe challenge. And he said, just give it a chance and see if God doesn't bless you. After 90 days, if you find out God hasn't blessed you, or for some reason you can't count on him to meet every need that you have, then you can get it all back. God began to stir my heart and began to speak to me and tell me, you can count on me. You can come to me for anything. And that day, I made the decision. I am going to do what God has asked me to do, and that is trust him. I'm going to trust him. I'm not going to try to do it alone. I'm not going to go elsewhere to try to make ends meet. I'm not going to look to man to be my provider. I'm going to give to God what he has asked me to give to him, because it's the only time that he told us to test him. From that moment on, I began tithing, and I made 10% of my salary. I would go to the little app and I would press that little button, and I always found so much joy in getting my phone out and living in that moment that I'm actually doing something that is just displaying full trust in God, because there were so many times that I would write down all of the bills on a piece of paper and add it up and then look at my salary, and there was no way. There was no way that it was gonna happen. So I was having a hard time at work, and I was working for someone that was difficult to work for. I got my resume together, and I figured I would just start looking for another job, and I would trust God to open that door. I never did hear him say, okay, send your resume over here or send your resume over there. All I heard him say was, trust me. You can trust me. And so I hung in there, and I kept on trusting him, and I kept on praying, and I kept on tithing. That was my moment of saying, yes, God, I'm still in this. And then in February, I was promoted and given a substantial raise. This is what it feels like to trust God. This is what it feels like to enjoy the blessing of staying in there. This is not about giving my money. This is not what this is about. This is about giving him my heart. This is about giving him my trust. When you don't think that you can stay any longer, give one more time. Give one more time, he's gonna show up. And he never shows up too late. He's always on time. I truly believe that happened because he was working through my obedience. He was giving back to me in ways that he knew I needed it most. I was learning to serve. I was learning that I love to serve in areas I never knew I had a passion for. He just began to bless me in ways that I didn't know to ask him. I wish I could go back to Sherry 10 years ago and just tell her it's real. Having a relationship with God is a real thing. And all you have to do is take one step toward him, and he's going to take 20 towards you. He's always going to give back more than what you could ever give to him.